Today I will clear three important economic factors that is the world going through. One of them is inflation. So let's be clear about inflation. What is inflation? Inflation refers to the rise in the price of most goods and services of daily common use such as food, clothing, housing, recreation, transport, and consumer staples. That means when the price of the products and services that we are using daily basis are increasing is called the inflation. When the inflation rate is increasing, it is not good for the people because it will reduce the purchasing power of the people. Inflation is good for some extent. Moderate inflation enables economic growth, as deflation can cause recession in the economy, which is not expected. The main causes of inflations are high growth rate of population. When a country have higher growth rate in population, it also has increase in expenditure. Increase in public expenditures, which means when the government spend a lot of money in case of infrastructural or you can say corruption in the administrations of the government. Increase in money supply in the economy. If the government has increased the money supply in the economy, it can cause inflation. Deficit financing. When the budget there, the government have deficit budget. It has to allot a lot of money in the budget allocations. Growth of black money. When the country have the growth of black money, the black money which is coming out of the countries by evading the taxes, and it can cause the inflation or imbalance in the money supply in the market. Increased taxation. When the tax rate has increased, it can cause also inflation, as the price will also increase. Hoarding of essential commodities. If the hoarder has hold down the essential commodities, then the price of the essential commodities will be increased. Wage and cost spiral. If there is an increase in the wage and cost or the salary of the employees, it can also cause inflation in the country. Easy financing facilities. When there is a monetary policy which leads to the easy financing facilities, it can also cause inflation in the country. Rising the administered price. When the government have the operational cost is very high, it can also cause the inflation in the country. Now let's be clear about the deflation. What is deflation? When the overall price level decreases so that inflation rate becomes negative, it is called deflation. It is the opposite of inflation. The deflation is the opposite of inflation. So when the price of the commodities, the necessary commodities getting decreases, it is called the deflation in the economy. Let's check out this graph. Here you can see in United Kingdom during 1920s, the deflation occurred, which is very close to minus 15%. Again in 1930, the deflation is very close to minus 5%. Now let's talk about the hyperinflation. What is hyperinflation? Hyperinflation is the rapid, excessive and out of control general price increases in an economy, which means when the inflation rate is not in control of the government, even the economy is not working properly, then hyperinflation is occurred in the economy. Hyperinflation is very dangerous for the economy, which can destroy the complete price structure of a country. Now let's check out what are the countries that are facing hyperinflation in the world. Here you can see Venezuela, which is all-time high in their inflation rate, which is hyperinflation. It is an example of hyperinflation for so many years. Sudan is one of the country that was very good in case of oil exporting, but it has now hyperinflation. Lebanon, which is already bankrupt country, and it has hyperinflation close to 201%. Zimbabwe, all time, always we can see the Zimbabwean are facing hyperinflation. Recently, Zimbabwean government have launched gold coin to tackle the hyperinflation. Argentina, one of the ailing economy for so many years. In Turkey is now facing inflation for like hyperinflation. They are very close to hyperinflation because the country is not the country's economy is not working properly, and it reached to 78.6%. Sri Lanka, which is latest edition, they go bankrupt recently. The country is facing extreme lackings of energy crisis in the country. That is all for now. Please make sure to subscribe our channel to get more video like this one. Thank you for watching.